Hi, this is Mike, Family DIY TV, and today we're doing a video about my 60-volt string trimmer. Now, I made 2 videos about this. I've gotten a lot of feedback from you guys. I really appreciate it. One was about the string, another one was about the trimmer head. Now, I never had an issue with the trimmer head till about a week or 2 or 3 weeks ago. For some reason, it just, it kept losing the line, it kept getting bound up inside. It was weird. It was like night and day. All of a sudden, the thing didn't work anymore. So we're gonna remedy that. We're gonna replace the string trimmer head with this one. This is made from Husqvarna T35. This is one recommended a lot on the channel. People told me right from the beginning, just get rid of that stock one, it's junk, and go with this one. So we're gonna do that today. Let's install it. So first thing we're gonna do is we're going to take this part off the motor, and we're gonna get rid of the motor. We're gonna open this up. These things are so dangerous. Make sure you always cut towards yourself. No, just kidding. Cut away from yourself. Universal, fits most. This is the actual thing. I'll put a link to this down below. Looks like it just screws on. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is we gotta get this part off, okay? So it's actually real simple. What you need to do is you need to find the key. We're gonna spin this right there. See how there's a hole there? And then we're just gonna take a screwdriver, we're gonna shove it in there, okay? So now that when this screwdriver's in there, it's actually reverse. So actually pretend like you're tightening, like you're trying to tighten it, right? So spin it to the right. Or clockwise, I guess would be the right way, right? It's reverse threads, so just unscrew it. Okay, so once you get the old one off, it's saying it wants this spacer in here. I don't know why. Just screw it on. Spacer. Not gonna use a spacer. So now you just screw it on, basically. This could not be any easier. All right, so now that it's on, we're gonna test it. And at the end, I'm gonna give you a couple pointers on how to do some maintenance on this to make your life a little bit easier, but we'll get to that at the end. All right, so I wanted to show you some evidence. So this is what my old string head was doing, the actual stock DeWalt one. When it was getting down to like this much, it was just releasing the entire string. Now I know that's pretty short, so maybe that's the way it always worked, but it was really annoying, and it was going through string like crazy. It was just running the string out, and if it didn't run the string out, it would get bound up inside. So very odd. So what I would do is I would probably use the stock one for as long as you can, and then replace it with maybe this one or the Echo one. I'm about halfway through using it. My initial impression is that this thing's actually working very well. I think it's cutting better because it's a little heavier. So it actually adds a little stability to the actual string trimmer itself. It doesn't walk around as much. Okay, so there's definitely a weight difference between this trimmer, head trimmer. All right, so there's definitely a weight difference between the old one, the stock head, and the new one. And I think it's actually a benefit because especially when you're string trimming around something along the lines of this type of fence, with the stock one, it would actually walk around on me a lot. It was really frustrating to try to string trim this. And what I'm noticing is this thing, because of the extra weight, it actually is a lot more stable and cuts a lot easier along a fence line like this. So if you have a fence line like this is actually something that would benefit you. Even if you had no issue with the old string trimmer head, this one would help you. So I thought that was interesting. Didn't expect that actually at all. I just thought that was just the way weed whackers work along these types of fences. But hey, maybe the weight is a good thing. Just got done, and my initial thoughts are they're all positive. This is actually a really good string trim head. I don't know why I can't get that out easily, but this push to feed function works very well, no issue. So this is my first cut, so I can't give like a longevity kind of review on it, but you know what I'll do is, like with all my videos, if I do run into an issue, I'll make another video about it and I'll let you guys know, and we'll come up with a solution. Okay, so the last thing, we have 2 more things that we want to do. The next thing I want to do is I want to try, so the stock string worked great, but what I want to do is I want to use my upgraded Echo string, which I suggested in the other videos, and this stuff is awesome. So I'm going to string it with this and see how it works. And if you guys didn't see my other videos, well, I don't know why you didn't, but if you could, please subscribe to the channel. But also, you know, you're supposed to soak this stuff when you buy it because it gets real brittle, and it actually allows it to work better. All right, so that's another tip for you guys: soak your string trimmer trim line. So let's do this now. This is always, it's like, why do you do this, right? Do this to yourself. You take this apart and it's just like a mess. But let's restring it with this stuff. So what I do is I always do 2 wingspans. So 1, 2, and I left my knife in the house on the workbench. All right, so we're back with the knife, and I can't recommend to you guys, guys and girls that are watching, if you don't carry a knife with you every single day, start doing it. I started about 2 years ago, and these things are so convenient. It's just convenient to have a knife. You don't, it's like, I use this thing like 10 different times a day, and it's just nice. So pick up yourself a pocket knife, a nice one. Maybe a cheap one in the beginning because you're probably gonna lose the first one, so you get used to carrying it. So, all right, so let's close this one. This one's actually a Kershaw. I forget what the actual name of it is, but it's really nice. I like it. All right, so let's string this up again. So once again, this is the part of the string head that I'm not sure I'm ecstatic about, but we'll see. This is a kind of a, might be really a non-issue. So we hook it in, and then using your hand, you wind it up along the 2 different channels. It looks like I could have probably actually put more in here, which maybe next time I will. Maybe I'll do like 4 wingspans next time. All right, so then we run this one here, and we run this one here. So you have it sticking out like that. Just like that. And you put one then like that. And then you fold the other one back over. This isn't, you know, this isn't too bad. It's my 2nd time doing it. Actually, it's not. That's not terrible. That's not bad. All right, let's see how this works with the Echo string. Okay, let's see if it feeds. works. And it looks cooler too. All right, so final thoughts here on the new head, the T35 Husqvarna. I think this was a good upgrade, and I wish I would have listened to you guys. I wish I would listen to you guys and I would have done this sooner, because I'll tell you what, this unit works better with this T35 head on it. I didn't realize the way it was working before that it had a lot of movement to it, and I think it had to do with the weight, like I already brought up a couple times. Or maybe it's the aerodynamics of the thing. I don't know. It just seems to cut better with it. This is the stock one, you know. So I would say go for it if you have this unit. I would say go for it. Now the one thing is it does weigh more, right? So what that could do is that could actually ruin your battery life, but I'm not seeing any issue with that. But in theory, right, I would say most likely it's gonna make the battery run out faster. But this battery has, like, you know, 3 bars on it, and to do my entire property, it only uses 1 bar. So I still have an additional 2 bars every time I do my property, and I bring it in, I charge it. So the thing's always topped off. So I don't have any issue with that. So I think these upgrades to this unit have been great. The string and the trim head have worked out. So before we close out the video, we're gonna do one more thing, a little piece of maintenance. This thing's about a year old, and this is something that you should do with yours. Okay, so this is actually not really unique to this unit or a battery-powered string trimmer or anything. This is actually on pretty much every string trimmer. There's screws here. Okay, now these screws, what they do is they actually hide a tunnel, and the tunnel is for grease. Okay, so we're gonna grease this up. So what I would recommend is, first thing you do is wipe everything down, and we're just gonna quickly take these screws out. I'm gonna take one out at a time. And all you need is some kind of like all-purpose grease. You don't have to get crazy here. I'm sure if you look in the owner's manual, they probably recommend a specific grease, but we're just gonna use this for now. I'm just gonna, this Lucas stuff. And I'm gonna just take the tip to tip, and squeeze it in. Some comes out, that's okay. That's as expected. We're just gonna fill that channel up, like so. We'll wipe it, and reinstall the screw. And we're gonna rinse and repeat and do the same thing on this one. All right, so that's the video. I would give this thing a thumbs up. If you haven't seen my full review on this actual unit, I will put a link to it down below. I'll also put a card up here, and I'll put a link at the end. It should be right here. All right, but I'm Mike from Family DIY TV. Please consider subscribing. Please consider liking. Please consider sharing. All right, I'm out.